Hello everyone, welcome to Artventure. My name's Kirsty. Artventure is a website which is designed to give kids the skills and confidence they need in art. If you'd like to check out more of my lessons, you can click on the website below. But this artwork I'm going to show you is how to draw a dragon. Okay, border first. Okay, so I'm going to choose a dark colour for my dragon. Now, I'm going to do this in a few steps, so hopefully you're paying lots of attention. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is my eye, and that's just going to be a circle with a pupil in the middle, and I'm just going to leave a little bit white for my reflection. Okay, so above that eye, I'm going to do a bump, and it's not quite, see how it's not quite straight on top, it's a little bit on the left. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this down and across, and I'm going to do another lump like that. And then I'm going to do a black dot underneath. That's going to be my dragon's nostril. Okay, so I'm going to bring this line here underneath my nostril, and I'm going to bring it up, and it's going to be part of my dragon's smile. Okay, so I'm going to turn this bit here into what sort of would be like a triangle or like a V. See how that would sort of turn out to be a letter V, except it's sort of crooked. And then what I'll do is I'll just add some teeth, maybe a couple on the other side as well. Okay, so this bit here is the bottom of his jaw, but I need to bring it up and around to turn into the sort of his chin. So I'm going to bring that across like that, and I'll just bring it, that's sort of like a the beginnings of a circle, I guess, for his jaw there as well. Okay, so up the top I'll give him a little dragon ear. Then what I'm going to do is from this bit that's the top of his head, I'm going to do a giant back to front for cat, so a letter C. So watch this. See how I'm going all the way down to the bottom of my page? So it's sort of like a back to front cut for cat now, except I'm just going to bring it up a little bit further, like that. Okay, so this is going to be my dragon's back, and then it turns into his tail a little bit later. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to imagine where his front little arm would be. So I'm going to give him a little front arm and a big leg down the bottom. So not too far away from his head, leaving lots of space underneath, I'm going to give him a little front paw, just like that. Then what I'm going to do is draw a line down from his arm. In fact, I probably could have done that first. Draw a line from his chin to his arm. And then if you want to, you can do that first. Draw that line and then draw his arm. And then from there, I'm going to do a big bulge that comes out that way. That's going to be his tummy. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start in here, and I'm going to come up, down, out and down, up, down, out and down, and then I'm going to turn that into his little foot as well. Then this bit comes across, and what I'll do is I'll join this is going to become his tail, and as I come around it gets skinnier and skinnier. See how that's nice and fat, but then it gets smaller? And because he's a dragon, I'll add a little triangle at the end. Now there's something that my dragon is missing. Can you tell what that is? He's missing his wings. So I'm going to add a little bit of a crooked sausage there. That's the first bit of my wing. And then I'm going to draw a line down, and then I'm going to do some bumps. Bump, bump, bump into the corner again. So there's his little wing. I might even add a couple of lines in there as well. Now to draw his other one, I'm going to do the first sausage bit and I do it away. So see how this turns into sort of like a letter V shape again? So I'll just add these bumps underneath there. Okay, so now he has two wings. I'm also going to add his arm on the other side, not the full arm, just sort of one or two lines so that we can tell that that's where his other arms would be on the other side. Now I'm going to do a scale pattern on my dragon, which is just a bump that continues over and over again. But when I do this bump, I need to make sure that I bump off the top of the hill on the one before. So I don't go in the middle like, this. See how I'm going in the middle every time? What I actually need to do is bump off the top. So when I come, I bump, make sure I bump off the top, bump off the top. See how I'm not going in the middle down here, I'm going bumping off the top. So that's what I do when I do my scales on my dragon. I think what I'll do is I'll leave out my leg of my dragon. So I'm just going to complete that round bit there because I don't think that I'll put scales on my arms and legs of my dragon. Okay, so I'm going to do a magical wobbly rainbow in the background, but I'm not going to use rainbow colours because I'm going to paint in rainbow colours. So I've just chosen another blue, so I've chosen dark blue to draw my dragon, and now I'm choosing a lighter blue and I'm going to do I'm going to imagine behind my dragon where these lines would go. Just going to do a swirl. See how I imagine where it would go behind my dragon? I don't draw on top of him. And then I'm going to repeat those lines and imagine that there's going to be a colour on the inside. So on the inside of here, I'll paint red. And on the inside of the next one, I'll paint orange, and then yellow, green, blue, and then of course indigo and violet. One other thing I would like to do is I'm going to add some stars. I am going to paint my background blue, except you won't be able to see these stars that I'm doing at the moment. So even though I'm painting my sky blue, stars don't come out at the daytime, but this is a bit of a magical picture, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, now I'm ready for painting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to paint my dragon one colour. I'm going to paint him green, and when it comes to doing my rainbow behind him, I'm going to choose a different green so that the two greens don't blend in together. They're not going to be camouflaged. They will stand out and have a lovely contrast. There we are, there is my beautiful dragon artwork. I'm very impressed with myself. I like this one.